What's up, guys? Matthew getting ready to watch the Season 3 finale of My Hero Academia. This season has been absolutely incredible. It's had some really high points and no low points in my opinion. I loved the provisional license exam. I loved the Woods arc. I always forget the name of that arc. The All Might stuff, obviously. The Bakugo Deku stuff. I loved the Twice stuff last episode. I'm ready for this finale. Again, obviously, we're gonna hear what these three top students, the big three, fucking, we're gonna hear what the big three's gotta say about this exam thingy. Which I don't even, I forget the name of it. But I'm ready to get into it. You guys know me. I'm gonna yap a lot throughout. The final thing I do want to talk about. Obviously, I do it for every season. I've done it for every season of My Hero. I do it for every season of the show. At the end of the season or at the end of the episode, I am going to do a ranking in comparison to all season threes. Where this season 3 ranks. So, I'm going to put My Hero at season 3 compared to all season 3s of TV I've ever watched. And then also I promised that I'm going to do a top 10 characters list. I don't know if I'm going to necessarily do an order, because I'm probably going to make the list off screen and then come back and just explain what I wrote. But I don't know. We're going to find out at the end. But I'm ready to get into it. If you guys like the video, please drop a like and leave a comment. It really helps me out. I have got the flying through actions on Patreon. I am probably a very decent amount of episodes ahead by now. If you're interested in that, go check the YouTube comments. It says the exact episode I'm on. Currently on Patreon. And other than that, if you like my content, I'd appreciate it if you subscribe, and let's get into it.
These three are third years at UA.
Why is he so undetailed? He looks like Kafka from Kaiju number 8. Like the undetailed part.
The big three.
You may know them as the big three. Deku is the biggest fucking fanboy here. Why would he not recognize that person? Let me get the notebook ready.
Best of the hero course. The
best.
Big three.
Whoa.
We're on a different level. Still in school, but practically pro heroes.
Damn! Wow. I wish I would have heard about these guys sooner.
They don't look all that special to me. Except the girl, she's pretty hot.
Bro, what the fuck is wrong with you guys?
Zoom and enhance.
I wonder how they got that title.
How do you not know this?
Introduce yourselves briefly. Let's start with Amajiki.
Amajiki.
What's with that look? So much intensity in a single glance.
You're scaring me, buddy, little bro. Potato Man, Rock
That's
Man.
no good. You
Oh, he's shy.
can't. Even if I try to imagine them as potatoes, I can see their human bodies.
And picture them naked.
I know that they're still people. No words are coming out.
How is he the big three? Okay, I said last episode the other guy is it's the big one and two bums.
This is our kitten, Tamaki Amajiki.
Kitten.
And hi, my name is Nejire Hado.
Najire Hado.
First years have a really exciting time ahead of you. Hey, wait, hold on. Why are you wearing a mask? Is it because you're feeling sick? Or just
I'm ugly under here.
to look cool?
Well,
Yeah, I never asked that either before.
Hiroki, am I right? Yeah. Have
Talk to
you got a big
Hagakure.
wound on your face?
You don't want to know.
And Ashido, if your horns break off, you think you'll grow new ones? Oh, and can you wiggle
Are you
them?
threatening me?
Netta, are those balls your hair or what? I don't get it.
My
You get a haircut.
goal?
Hold it. Is Hado a meta character?
She's a total airhead. Even cuter.
All those questions make her sound so young.
Why do you say it like that?
Everything about my balls.
What?
Future's gonna be...
Gonna be what?
What is he, fucking boring?
full. That's your part, guys. Well, crap. My call and response was a total fail.
seem like each one of them is a complete weirdo. What's the deal?
Their strangeness is palpable.
I know you're not talking, Tokoyami.
What's going on? I guess we are third years who just showed up in your classroom to explain a program that's completely voluntary.
Yes. How about you get to the fucking point?
You guys got your provisional licenses as first years.
All but one in that room.
Huh. This batch of new students has proven to be pretty darn energetic. So the problem is, you must not have a sense of humor. That's why my joke didn't land.
I like this guy.
Heads up, the rad new plan is all you first years fight me at once.
You want to fight
1v19?
us? Like, now?
Well, if you want...
I mean, I'll have to take a member of the big three. Stop rubbing your nose. What is your name?
For real?
Oh yeah, so it's real.
Oh yeah,
No,
Mirio.
possible. It would have been
Mario?
simple enough for us to just tell them. This is what it's like. Here's what we learned from it. Not everyone has your
Mirio.
level of drive. Plus,
Or were we 1v19 or 3v19?
recover after fighting you. No one wants to spend the next few years in a hospital bed.
I
Damn.
bet he's just trying to psych us.
So, well, yeah, what is this power? He can phase through walls. That doesn't immediately scream strong power. I'm sure I will be proven wrong, but
Know that.
stop touching my horns.
Love is tough, but you better make sure you know what you're doing. Be careful, okay?
Mirror Togata?
Touching those.
Let's think about this. You're obviously much further ahead than us, but we've fought pros before.
We're kind of a big deal around here.
Now, who's gonna start this party?
I've got this.
No,
No, brother.
I'm first.
Damn.
Thunder!
That's our main character, Kirishima. Back up. Ochako, come on! Ochako, jump in!
You can do it.
Oh, come on. Ochako!
Fair against him at my level. How much distance is between us?
No diff, 0.2 second fight.
Just fall off. Oopsie, my quirk's kind of tricky. Bad move. You're open.
No, I'm not.
So that's
You can't touch him.
things pass through him. It's an amazing power. What should I do? Went for the face, huh?
My quirk's kind of tricky. He's the most strongest person here, and he can't even use his power correctly half the time.
I think I'll start by taking out the long distance fighters.
Okay, the naked thing's kind of a classic My Hero creepy horny gimmick, but this guy can never be a top hero, right?
Mirio's quirk isn't what you should be.
News ain't gonna put him on.
You should be envying his skills. That's what sets him apart. First years.
Got some cheeks on him, I ain't gonna lie.
Mirio Togata.
I mean, obviously he's hitting strong, but also...
He's the person who's closest to taking the spot of #1 hero.
Wow, really?
Including the pros.
He's got the personality too, but again, we gotta get him some stick-on clothes or something.
All that's left are the ones who specialize in close quarters combat.
I have no idea how he just did that.
I'm tapping out, you won.
Whether his true power is slipping through matter, or whether he's somehow warping himself through space. Either way, he's still landing his attacks directly. We should be able to counter him in the moment he's about to make contact.
Yes, but I mean, also, can he, is it just as simple as him shifting whether, like, what is real and what is not?
He went under.
I bet he'll probably come up. There!
Damn.
He wasn't surprised?
Hold up, Deku!
Pretty smart.
And it doesn't do anything.
Watch this! An ultimate move! Blinder touch eyeball crush!
Asshole!
I've discovered that most
Damn, Jesus, Deku's the second strongest person in the room.
actually I'm trained to work around such moves. Nice try though.
He's giving little quips as he's going. They're running away like a monster is killing them. Don't punch Hagakure, you bitch! That's his catchphrase, he yells power.
I tried to make it so you wouldn't see my willy. Sorry if you got a peek.
Did you like what you saw?
That's a taste of what it's like to fight me.
We all just got punched in the stomach without ever knowing what was going on.
I'm kind of a bully.
So what do you think? Isn't my quirk strong?
Yeah, it's too strong!
That's not fair. Mine's nothing in comparison. How?
Yeah, Hagakure, you shouldn't be in the program. You're my favorite, but you shouldn't be in the program.
I know. I'll tell you what his perk is. Hey, can I say it? Permeation. Cool, right?
Otto, let Mirio explain his own power.
Yup. I've got a sweet quirk that's called
A sweet
permeation.
quirk. I love him. He sounds like he's like a toy or something.
Of that power. Oh, sorry, Hado.
So how exactly do you warp, huh?
I'm just
I
fast, bro.
activate my quirk in my entire body. Then I can pass through anything I want, no sweat.
Yes?
Everything. That includes solid ground.
Oh, is that what they thought the warping was?
So that was you falling through the floor of the gym?
That's right. I went deep underground.
But how do you get back up? How do you get gravity and movement?
Strange happens. Apparently, things with mass can't overlap. That's called physics. So I get
That's called physics.
Oh, you were born with a really strong quirk.
Yep, and
Not true.
Hagakure
My
got...
power's only strong because I made it that way.
Yeah?
When my quirk is activated, my lungs can't take in oxygen.
Wow. I got goosebumps because of that. Wow. That is a strong motherfucker.
and light can't go through my retinas. I can pass
Wow.
everything, but that means I can't feel anything while I'm in that state. Even though I have a body, I can't stop falling. I could probably keep going down forever.
This guy's awesome.
That's why if I want to go through something like, say, a wall, I have to concentrate really hard. I'll activate everything.
Your
except
quirk
one
don't
leg,
matter, man. It's how
then
you
release the
fucking use
other
it.
leg and land on it. And then the first leg is the last one to go through. Even for a simple action like that,
I like that. It's almost like a naturally buffed or nerfed quirk.
Mess that up every single time.
Seriously, if you can't feel anything, how are you supposed to move?
growing
Training.
up, I was always behind, as you might expect. In no time, I dropped to dead last. I dropped my pants a lot, too. In order to get to the top with this quirk, I couldn't just hope that things would get better. I had to think. I learned to make combat decisions.
Hold it, fuck Deku, fuck Bakugo, fuck Totoro. This is, come on, dude. This is my next GOAT.
I transformed the experience I got in my work study into power. That's how I got to the top spot. And it's why I think they're worth it, even if you're scared. You with me, first years?
Yes.
Turn experience.
I will follow you anywhere.
We gotta prepare ourselves for that.
I'm ready. I'm
Just
hyped.
what I wanted.
I'm getting ready for them to cut to these goddamn villains. Cause that's what the finales do. They show the heroes and then boom.
He's not standing at the top of UA because he was born strong. He worked incredibly hard to get to that point.
The GOAT.
Mirio Togata, 3rd year.
I love the way he walks too. He's got swagger, pride.
So,
I love him.
We thought you'd hurt some of them on accident, you know, but no one was injured, so I think you did a good job. Way to go, Mirio. A+.
It was pretty close though a few times, and they saw me naked.
Yeah, but did anyone surprise
I think everyone in the school has seen you naked, apparently.
Well, I mostly defeat people using the element of surprise. It's my basic strategy in a nutshell. But that problem child analyzed my first round of moves, and then predicted what I'd do.
He's the strongest guy there.
I need to take some initiative. I can't just sit and wait.
Yes? What can I help you with?
Come on. Extra training.
Work study? Wait, who is this again?
I was wondering, will you be taking anyone for the program, Gran Torino?
Nah, man, I'm done.
Oh, finally remembered who I am, huh, big shot?
Yeah, you ain't give me a call in months.
I'm working on something else right now, so I can't help you out. Oh, wait, I know who you are. You're that useless successor who failed at the sports festival.
You have All Might's power. Not even using his strength.
Okay, who we going with? Who we going with?
Somehow you still managed to lose to me.
Maybe Endeavor?
It's because I've been so useless that I want to make sure I'm doing whatever I can to get closer.
Again, Endeavor, we're gonna go with fucking Mount Lady or Kamui Woods. I'd probably think Endeavor. If he's even doing it. I don't know if he's too busy.
Mr. Aizawa said we should use the connections we got from our internships.
You can, sure, but that doesn't mean you have to go that route. Don't you think that All Might
Think for yourself for
a
once.
bunch of new people? First one that comes to mind is his former sidekick.
You're low-key today, aren't you?
Let's hear
Fuck
the
is
report.
that?
Make it quick.
Yes, sir. One of the persons we're investigating is on the move. Overhaul, the head of the Shie Hasaikai.
Yes.
Huh? Like we'd show you where our main base is. This one's just a meeting.
We're luring people in. Damn, they got that fuck. The FBI are on top of this.
It's gonna make me sick.
Join the club. The guys inside have been sick for a while.
And what do you think he's...
I don't know. Are we luring him here to steal his power?
Well, now, you brought us a pretty big catch, huh, Twice?
Just like we were one step closer to becoming real heroes, so too were the villains moving even deeper into the darkness. The entrusted successor, and the successor released into the wild.
His theme is great.
They would meet.
Oh, damn you motherfucker. I thought it would have ended after season 3. Okay, guys, that was the finale of the 3rd season of My Hero Academia. A great finale to an excellent season. By far the best season of the show. By far. Real quick before I get into specifics, I'm going to do my 2 rankings real quick. I'm going to do first, I'm going to rank it compared to all season 3s I've ever watched. Where did I rank season 2 of My Hero? So, season 2 of My Hero honestly wasn't that high up. I loved it. But I think season 2s are very stacked. It was just outside the top 20. So obviously there's less season 3s. It's a big improvement. I think I'm going to tentatively place it anywhere from number 10 to number 13. So that's pretty goddamn high up, I must say. Like, I really enjoyed that season. Everything about it, and I don't want to sit here and talk about, re-talk about stuff I've already talked about, on specific arcs and all that. But like genuinely, this season felt like the absolute perfect punch. Again, the All Might All for One episode, episode 11 is it? I think that's my favorite. Then the Deku Bakugo fight, amazing. That's number 2. And there were like the immediately like the entire Woods arc. I always forget the name of that. The Woods training summer arc training camp. That entire thing was badass. The entire sort of Bakugo retrieval thingy. And then that like the twice 10 minutes from last episode. Ooh, what a season! What a goddamn season, man. I'm gonna take a break real quick. I'm gonna write down my top 10 characters, and then I'll come back with the list. So I'll be right back, guys. Okay, guys, I'm back. Obviously, 0 seconds wait for you. It took me 20 minutes to do this list. And the list it's not top 10, it's top 15. I do want to say, I'll mention it when I get to like some of the specifics, of the characters. Some of them are very close. And then so I'll just show. Number 15 is Gran Torino. I mean, I'm not really gonna go into like a deep sort of fucking explanation into why. I mean, I'm pretty sure you guys know why I love some of these characters. But I think, I don't know. Quite honestly, I think that out of all these characters in the top 15, Gran Torino might be the only one that I think there's not enough of. Like, obviously, I have some villains on this top 15, and obviously, they aren't shown a lot yet. We sort of barely scratched the surface with them, but I think that's okay. They're building them up. Whereas Gran Torino, I feel like I really could have used some more. So he's my 15. 14, some people may call it an overreaction, but I've already got Mirio. I love Mirio. He's very Deku-like, very All Might-like, and spoiler alert, they're pretty goddamn high up on the list. So I really liked him. He'd probably be higher, but I said he's gotten an episode and a half of screen time, so I can't give it to him just yet. 13 is going to be Sue. I love Sue. Same with... I don't know. There's so many characters in this show, I think it's unfair to just say, like, certain characters are underutilized. Because, again, I feel like they're juggling so many characters. But I think that Sue is underutilized. I loved her. Like, I go back to season 1, and I don't remember my exact list, but I think, off the top of my head, I think that Sue was my 5th favorite. Oh, damn, oh, no, hold up. Hold up, the list is fucked. I forgot, oh, damn. Okay, it's gonna be a top 16 real quick. Oh, wait, I'm gonna talk this out. I forgot a certain someone. Okay, he's fit in. Okay, I forgot Aizawa. He's definitely on my top 15. I apologize about that. So, let me double check the numbers here. Okay, so 16 is going to be Gran Torino. 15 is Mirio. 14 is Sue. And as I was saying, I think back to season 1, I'm pretty sure Sue was like my 5th or 6th favorite character. So she's fallen a little bit, but not out of like she's become a bad character or this or that. She's just, obviously she's... As I've described many times, talking about the sort of character hierarchy, there's the, the top 5, the ones that are always main characters. There's, Sue, Yaoyorozu, Kirishima, people like that are, pretty commonly given spotlight, but they're not the top tier, and then there's bums. And I almost feel like Sue is, like, teetering across, teetering into bum territory sometimes. So... it's a little disappointing for me because, again, I repeat, after USJ, loved her. I'm going to keep forgetting my goddamn track here. 16, 15, 14. 13, I will say this quite honestly, 13, and you guys know my fanboyness, the only character I'm obsessed with. 13 is the weakest character of this list. But I love her, Hagakure. Something about her shtick. You know what I mean? I'm sure everyone in most shows has that just weird character that, like, for some reason it hits different, and Hagakure is probably that character for me. 12 I have Twice. I really like Twice. He is my technically my fourth favorite member of the League of Villains. I love him. I really love him. I got to say. And in fact, I would argue, other than Shigaraki, Twice is probably the villain that I am most intrigued by and I want more of. I really like him. And you know, back to back, right up at what is it, 11? I keep losing track. I think it's 11. Toga. I love Toga. I don't know, it's something about her, something about the freaky deaky Harley Quinn, obsessive, you know what I mean? And I'm not necessarily, and of course, I'm sure that at some point I will get some horrific backstory, some horrific lore that's going to make me fall in love or care about or understand, you know what I mean? As of right now, from where I'm standing, again, not the deepest character of all time. It's more of gimmicky, if that makes sense, and I like the gimmick. My Hero Academia, I'm not saying it's not dark at points, but for the most part, it's goofy, you know what I mean? It's, you know what I mean? I think that out of all the characters, I think that Toga's had me, like, creeped out the most. You know what I mean? Because she kind of gives off fucking, like, rapist vibes sometimes, but something about her just irks me, and I think that that's what makes a good villain, if that makes any sense. My number 10, any of the top 10, I've got Yaoyorozu, a definite riser. Her final exam, she wasn't in my top 30, probably. No, she wasn't even in my top 20 back in, like, early season 2. It wasn't until the final exam where they really gave her some focus that I really sort of, okay, I like her. And then I feel like she had a very good spot in season 3. I feel like she was treated with respect as a character. I feel like she was given time. Obviously, she's over-sexualized like fucking every character in the show, but I think I said this in my My Hero reactions. Me personally, I don't necessarily have a huge fucking problem with over-sexualization of characters if they're a well-written character, and I think that Yaoyorozu is a very well-written character, and I like her. So, she earns a spot in the top 10. Number 9, let me make sure am I counting good here? Yep, number 9 is Shigaraki. I really like Shigaraki. I like the mindset. I like we'll get into All For One, because All For One does make my list. Shigaraki to me gives off, you know what I mean? He's a groomed child, and he doesn't know he's a groomed child. He's like a rabid Wolverine. He has ideologies, and to be quite honest, and what makes a really good villain is that some of his ideologies kind of make sense. They're kind of right. You know what I mean? But it's one of those things. Villains, the best villains, you should understand why they're doing what they're doing. You don't agree with it, but you understand what they're doing. And then, in order to keep them in that tier of villain, they have to also be genuinely evil. So just because they have a couple right opinions does not mean that it justifies anything they do or anything like that. He's a crazy son of a bitch. But I like the ideologies and the stuff that's going through his head. Not as in like I'm rooting for it. Number, what is it, 8 now? Number 8 is Aizawa. I forgot about Aizawa in the original list. I like him a lot. I like him a lot. Moving on. Now, he's really good. I like this sort of, I don't want to say nonchalant, but he's the classic softy inside. You know what I mean? He cares so much about the kids, but he puts up this stoic front. You know what I mean? He has a temper on him too. But he's a great teacher. I really like him, and I'm glad he's the homeroom teacher. 7, right? Sorry, 7 is gonna be Bakugo. Now let me tell you what. I almost have a 3-way tie here. And I'll go 7 Bakugo, 6 Tenya, and 5 Todoroki. So close. Like when I was making the list, I was like surprisingly close, because you think back to my opinions in season 2, and after we really got, and that's the thing too with a show like My Hero, because there's so many characters. A lot of the characters aren't going to enter your top list until, you know what I mean, they get their moment, until they get the flashback, until they get, they're the first focused. So obviously I don't feel like Bakugo had Bakugo had stuff in season 1, but I feel like season 2 it was mainly the Todoroki show. So, and again, same thing with Sue. Not that he's necessarily fallen or anything, but I think that he had a way more significant role in season 2 than season 3. So he's slightly fallen. And then Tenya, same sort of thing too with Tenya. You guys know me. I'm on Tenya's back a lot. I'm very sort of expecting of him to do great things, and sometimes it doesn't necessarily work out like that. But I love him. I love him, and that's going into the thing like backstory and motivation wise. I like Todoroki and Bakugo more. But like just like being around, like seeing him on screen, like I love Tenya. I love him. I do. I just love him. But yeah, and it's something I've been saying since the very beginning. I definitely see Bakugo rising in the ranks even higher very soon. I know that, like I said, it's almost a three-way tie: Todoroki, Tenya, Bakugo. If I were to have to guess, by the end of season 4, he would probably take that spot above them. He's probably going to take sole possession. But my number 4, and it's All For One. You know what I mean? And again, it's one of those things like favorite characters. That doesn't necessarily mean that I'm rooting for the character. It doesn't mean that I agree with what they're doing. I think that he's an evil son of a bitch, and I love that. You know what I mean? Like it. I don't want to say that going into this, I didn't think that there was going to be great villains. That's not what I'm saying. I didn't expect All For One to just have that much oomph about him. You know what I mean? He was fucking scary and menacing, and like the villain introduction almost made me rethink the entirety of what I know about this world. Yeah, of my hero. Like it was that sort of menacing, and I have high hopes for him as a sort of schemer, planner, vindictive son of a bitch, evil, you know what I mean, mastermind. I make a lot of theories like going like, that he's playing like 90 chess. So I think maybe, if that's untrue, maybe I'm sort of like inflating him in my own mind. But I think that All For One is one of those villains that has control of every situation he's been in, obviously until the final situation in which he gets defeated. But I think that everything that has happened so far in this story is because All For One has wanted it, and he's got even more plans ahead. So I really like him. Number 3 is Ochako. Again, same sort of thing with Tenya in the sense of backstory-wise, or you know what I mean? Maybe there are other characters that are stronger than Ochako, but when Ochako's on screen, I'm just very happy. Nothing makes me happier. I love the relationship she has with people. I love the happy mindset. I love the sort of positive mindset, but also questioning. Sort of, she wants to better herself. She wants to help her family. She has connections with Deku, and I like everything. And I am very excited for maybe not a multiple standoffs with Toga, because I feel like it's the perfect parallel. Obviously, it feels like Toga was made as a character for Ochako, so I'm definitely excited to see how she interacts. I love Ochako. I really do. Number 2, you guys should know what my top. My number 2 is All Might, and my number 1 is Deku. I don't really need to talk that much about him. I fucking love them. I will be honest, man. Like since the beginning of the show, if you remember, like Deku was easily my favorite. After the shit that like All Might and All For One, like All Might might have made a run, but there's still a fine line. Like I love me some Deku. He's sure, I'll say it. You know what I mean? Don't think I'm shitting on the show. Deku is the most cliche anime protagonist of all time, and it works. It just works. Okay? He's made me tear up. He's made me get goosebumps. He's made me root for him. He's made me yell at him. He's made me everything, dude. I love everything about him, and All Might, obviously. All Might's an interesting character because I obviously loved him from the very beginning, but I feel like he's also getting better and better and better. Not like leaps and bounds, like he's like jumping spots or anything like that, but I think he's very subtly always improving for me, and I really appreciate that. And I love this new sort of teaching moment, or not teaching moment, but this sort of teaching arc almost. It's like he's going through a training to be a teacher arc almost. I love it, and the stuff with Inko, that episode was fantastic. All Might has definitely earned a number 2 spot for me. So that's my top 16 characters. Said I'd be interested if you guys are listening to me say this. Drop your maybe top 10 or something like that. Obviously, at this point in the story, I don't want you fucking. If you want to tell me your list with new characters, blank them out. Just go blank character. I don't really want spoilers on anything like that. But yeah, I'd be interested to know at this point in the story, what about your top 10 was looking like. So. But real quick before I go, and I know I talked a lot, I yapped a lot about my lists. And again, this felt very much like a setup episode in the sense of, like well, and I wouldn't say like last season's finale, because I think that last season's finale was significantly better than this one. Not as in like this one was bad or anything, but last season's finale was absolutely insanely hype. This felt very much like a setup, like a here's what's to come. You know what I mean? We were introduced to the big three, who I would assume are going to be some pretty recurring important characters. We're gonna do this hero thingy. I'm so stupid for freaking this name again. The hero thingy. I'm sorry. I'm letting you guys down. But that, you know, the villains, they're still making moves. They've got what was his name? Chisaki. They've lured Chisaki. I don't want to say lured, because again, I don't know if every season finale we're just gonna get new members. So you know what I mean? We're gonna get a new member of League of Villains. I'm interested to see what because again, Shigaraki is in his bag right now. You know what I mean? Shigaraki is in full control. He is sort of playing. He's putting all the pieces on the table. He's playing chess. He's setting up the board like he wants. Or I'm sorry, he's setting up the JRPG. He everything is. Again, I don't think he's as smart as All For One, as of right now. You know what I mean? I think that at some point Shigaraki will outmaneuver All For One, but as of right now, I think that there's still a level of sort of, you know, almost Bakugu-ness in him, where he's very hot-headed, very, you know what I mean? But I think he's working on a plan, and I think, well, obviously, if the season ends with fucking Chisaki walking into the warehouse, he does obviously play a big part. You know what I mean? I'm just thinking here. I don't want to get too conspiracy theory. I was just thinking, you know, why are they showing us these shots of, like, I would assume some sort of FBI agency watching? Is there a chance that Chisaki is a undercover agent? And he's sort of been doing this villain work to try to get himself into the League of Villains so he can make contact? I could definitely see that. Because, again, they didn't even name drop any of the two agents. I would assume agents. I don't know what the fucking vocabulary for the... You know, I don't know what exactly I'm supposed to be calling them. Because they didn't give me the name. But I'm interested in this. It's interesting that they would do this storyline. I don't know if this means... Like I said, what would the storyline of them spying on them lead into? Would it be season 4 starts with fucking not All Might, Endeavor leading a raid on the League of Villains, and you know what I mean? I don't know what's going on there, if that makes any sense. Not as in I'm confused, as in obviously I have to let things simmer a little bit. You guys know what I mean. I love the toy. You know what I mean? Because like I said, I can definitely see them. Because I made a prediction. Luring him there for some reason. You know what I mean? I said stealing his power. I don't know if they have any tricks up their sleeve. Contacting All For One, getting him out of jail somehow. Something like that, because that's always on the table. At any point in the story, we could, you know what I mean? We could get him out. So. But I really liked that finale. It was fun. It was hype. It was really everything you should want, to be quite honest. Again, it felt very sort of set-up-y, but that's fine. I think a lot of people look at finales and needing to be like the biggest climactic thing of all time. When I don't really think that's the case. I think that you know what I mean? A really good setup episode makes you hyped for the entirety of the rest of the season. I'm thinking like, perfect example, another season 3, and again, no spoilers. Something like Attack on Titan season 3 is so hyped for like 10 episodes in a row, and then the final episode is a setup episode, and it works perfectly. It sets up the entirety of the rest of the show. So this felt like we made a lot of big moves. We got a lot of big players on the board, and I'm so excited, man. So I appreciate you guys listening to me yap about my season 3 lists and my character lists and all that. So I will see you guys in a couple days for the season 4 premiere. If you guys like the video, please drop a like and leave a comment. It really helps me out. I have got the full-length reactions up on Patreon. I am a very far amount of episodes ahead by now, so if you wanted to get those early and you wanted to see the exact episode that I'm currently on, check the YouTube comments and check my Patreon. And finally, the most important thing, if you enjoy the content that I make for the channel, I would really appreciate if you subscribed. I'll see you guys. You guys have a good one.